Brittany, I want to talk to you about these newly released files that show that Donald Trump actually blew the whistle on Jeffrey Epstein 2 decades ago. He reportedly called police in Palm Beach back in 2006, also telling them to go after Ghislaine Maxwell, describing her as evil. A former Palm Beach police chief who investigated Epstein in the mid-2000s told the FBI that Trump picked up the phone and said, "Thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been doing this." Look, my read on this, Brittany, it just seems like another bubble has been burst for the Democrats because they became very interested in this story as soon as Donald Trump was back in office, even though the Democrats could have released these files but refused to. For years, they could have just used Joe Biden's auto pen to get these files out.
I don't even know if interested is the right word. I think the Democrats, the liberals, and mainstream media became obsessed with the potential of Trump and Epstein files. Look, there's millions of pages with the Epstein files, and I believe that we are hearing and reading about more Democrats than Republicans that were down on that island. But this breakthrough that just came out, I mean, what does it say about the narrative? Because it really goes against what the liberals and Democrats, their narrative and mainstream media has been saying all along. So it will be interesting to me as a TV journalist and an independent journalist and someone who was on mainstream media, CBS News for 15 years. It will be really interesting to me to see how the mainstream media moves forward with this information. My guess is it's going to be the headline. They're going to bury it in a way, so to speak, and we'll only see a selective few who really be talking about this. But this needs to be talked about. This is a huge breakthrough within this entire everything that the whole Epstein files and who was down there and who played what part in it. The fact that this is coming out, I think, is a huge win for Trump.
Absolutely, I agree. And also it comes after Trump-obsessed author Michael Wolff claimed that Epstein suspected that Donald Trump was the one that reported him to authorities. So we will be staying on this development. I'm not sure if other outlets will do the same. I want to talk about more fraud uncovered in Gavin Newsom's California, Brittany, more than $8.6 billion. The California Post discovered this address in San Diego where 14 businesses were registered in 2020 that got millions of dollars in COVID-era loans. So SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler announced that the Small Business Administration has suspended more than 100,000 California borrowers suspected of committing this fraud during the pandemic. Brittany, it's really a huge scandal, but not shocking or surprising anymore.
No, not surprised at all. So during this time, I was living in California where I was born and raised, and I was covering the COVID pandemic in the state of California. There was so much cover up even then when I was, as a TV journalist, covering this COVID-19, just off the top of my head, thinking about how when I had to wear a mask, of course, because that was what we had to do. And I remember wearing an American flag mask and told to not wear an American flag mask. Everything about how COVID-19, the pandemic, was handled in this state was fraudulent. So I'm not shocked or surprised by this. I'm shocked that it took this long. And I think that we're going to hear more coming out in the years ahead.
Hey, Brittany, I want to talk to you about what's happening here in Australia. While the president of Israel, Isaac Herzog, has been here in Australia to mourn and honour the victims of the Bondi terror attack, activists have taken to the streets in protest, including former Australian of the Year Grace Tame. She has been chanting from Gadigal to Gaza, globalise the Intifada at an anti-Israel protest. Listen to this. From Gadigal to Gaza, globalise the Intifada. So while Grace Tame was chanting this, calling, of course, for the elimination of the State of Israel, many members of the Jewish community were locked inside this speaking address from Israeli President Isaac Herzog because of these violent protests that were going on outside. Brittany, do you have a message for Grace Tame?
Sure. I mean, such a cute girl, but what a foul thing to say, and to be chanting and to use her platform to basically say to wipe out a country that leads the world in cancer research, in technological advancements, in medical research, in terms of medical devices, saving so many lives around the world. Israel is leading in the world in these components that I just said, helping so many people around the world. Why do you want it wiped off from the planet? Why? Because that's basically what this phrase means. I think that instead of bashing her and saying it's wrong to say, why not go to Israel? Why not do a little education? Educate yourself. Go see the history. Go meet the people. That's what I feel the president of Israel should really be inviting her and inviting a lot of these people who are anti-Semitic and want to claim Israel should be wiped off the earth.
Yeah, absolutely. Great advice. Brittany Hopper, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.